Welcome to this information series on interior design in Houston, Texas, brought to you by interiordesigners-houston.com. In this episode, we cover the question, what's the difference between an interior designer and an interior decorator? Well, in understanding the answer to this question, it's important to appreciate the current conflict that often exists between interior designers and interior decorators. Interior design grew out of the field of interior decorating. Interior decorating generally includes home renovation that can be easily and quickly changed. And generally, these projects have lower budgets that may include such things as kitchen cabinets, wallpaper, and furniture. Interior design projects, in contrast, include everything that an interior decorating project might include, plus a few other things associated with construction. So structural building codes are involved in these projects, and designing these kinds of projects requires more education. The problem is people often refer to what is really interior decorating as interior design. Interior designers want to distinguish themselves from decorators. An interior designer position is more prestigious. So interior designers don't want decorators to call themselves designers. In fact, some designers even promote the use of the term interior stylist instead of interior decorator. A stylist is usually understood to mean someone who deals with hair, so you would expect this term to be perceived in the marketplace as even less prestigious than interior decorator. Not very many decorators go along with this idea. Ultimately, this conflict led to certification and attempts at regulation of the interior design field. So, is it best to insist on an interior designer instead of a decorator? Well, you need to understand that most designer jobs are really only decorating jobs. If you are redecorating your space for your own enjoyment and plan on sticking to surface designs rather than architectural modifications, then an interior decorator is really all you need. Does it really make sense to exclude interior decorators from jobs like these just because the client calls it a design? And do you want to pay more for a designer when really all you need is a decorator? Most consumers will say the answer to this question is no. Working with a decorator is often cheaper, and decorators are more open to smaller jobs. Furthermore, the true design elements, that is, elements that require understanding of building codes and the like, can often be isolated and sourced to partners or consultants who are qualified in these areas, like building architects or structural engineers. These kinds of consultants are usually stronger at structural elements than a typical interior designer anyway. That being said, if your job is a big one and definitely includes significant structural changes, then you should probably insist on a real designer. Good designers will opt out if your job is out of their league. And if they can't offer references for jobs that are similar in scope to yours, then you need to beware. Nothing is a substitute for your own due diligence in selecting a designer. Just because a person is a true designer and not a decorator does not mean you will be happier with their services than someone who's not. The best indication of a good designer is a long list of satisfied customers. So check references, check portfolios, be clear about what you want, and ask plenty of questions. Also, you should always check with a Better Business Bureau. We hope you found this video informative. For more information about interior design and hiring a professional designer in the city of Houston, Texas, go to www.interiordesigners-houston.com.